Hey everybody, it's Melissa. Today we're talking about Versace pour Homme. Is it worth it? Is it still sexy in the year 2024? I really feel like if you're watching this video in 2060, 2080, the year 3000, and Versace pour Homme is still in production, this video is going to be relevant because this is sexy, it's fresh, it's masculine, and that is always going to be a timeless combination. That will never be a dated smell. And if I keep scratching my nose, you guys have to forgive me. I know it looks like it's on fire right now, but it's super itchy and I don't know why. I put lotion on it. It's just getting worse and worse and worse, but I want to make this video for y'all, okay? So I'll put where I got this fragrance pinned in the comment section below if you want to look at the prices, because I got this thing for $39. It's the 100 ml. It did come in a tester box, so it came in a box looking like this. And for those of you that care about presentation box-wise, then spend a few more dollars on, our regular Versace box. But for me, when it comes to fragrances, all I care about is the smell. All right, when you're out and you're hanging out with people, no one's gonna smell you and go, oh, did that come in the original box? That's just gonna be a very personal thing for you, right? So Versace pour Homme, totally blind buy worthy. What does it smell like on my skin? Lemon, bergamot, musk. Those are the three main notes at play. Now there is tonka bean and amber in this fragrance in the dry down. As far as base notes go, I will say that tonka bean, not detectable at all on my skin. Tonka bean typically smells powdery on me. With amber, maybe a touch of it to add to that sweetness to help balance out the fragrance. Because of course with lemon, with bergamot, those are very fresh, almost acidic, citrusy notes, right? So it needs a little bit of sweetness to kind of ground it to make that fragrance more round. And that's what the musk does on my skin. Now, there are also florals in this fragrance, like hyacinth, right? But I'm not going to be sitting here telling you guys about every single floral note in this fragrance, because the average person that's going to smell this scent isn't going to go, oh, I knew I smelled hyacinth in the middle. Nobody cares about that, really. You know what I'm saying? So they just want to know if it smells good, and it smells great. This scent is such a crowd pleaser. It's mass appealing. It's a compliment getter. Super versatile for all ages. Even if it's the first fragrance you got when you were 13, all the way to if you're 100 years old and you've bought over 40 bottles of this fragrance in your lifetime, it's still going to hit. And with every age in between, oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys, it's gonna be perfect, really. The only downside to Versace pour Homme is the performance. And to me, the performance isn't even that big of a downside. I just have to state it in this video because it's between 3 to 5 hours, which is honestly right on par for a fresh fragrance. But when people hear 3 to 5 hours, they're like, oh, that's super weak in performance. You have to remember though, they're fresh scents. Fresh scents aren't going to typically perform over 8 hours. Those things that perform over 8 hours are outliers in that sort of situation. But for what you're getting here, which is an original designer fragrance that's priced like a dupe, but isn't a dupe, that has just all around amazing mass appeal, it's going to make you feel good. Great scent. And the thing is, even if you end up hating this scent, you're not going to get buyer's remorse, really. A majority of people, you might, right? But majority of people, if they spend $39 on a fragrance, they're not going to plummet into buyer's remorse because like, I hate this scent. I just lost $39. Most people, if they bought, a fragrance that's upwards of $150, $100, I can understand the buyer's remorse from that. But this $39, even if you don't like it, you could just give it to somebody. It's no sweat, right? So it's also the type of fragrance that if you're going to a last minute birthday, graduation, especially because May and June are right around the corner. Lots of graduations happening. You can just hop into Sephora and Ulta, pick up this scent, give it to the graduate or the birthday celebrant, and they're going to open it. They're going to go, oh my gosh, a Versace. It's the first thing they're going to see. And a lot of people, when they think name brand, they associate that with a high price tag, but it's not a high price tag, but it's an original. So it's just, this fragrance just keeps winning and winning and winning. Truly. Now know that if you do get it at Sephora and Ulta, it's probably going to be priced over $60. So I would recommend absolutely, testing it at Sephora and Ulta. And then this is, again, if you're not doing last minute shopping, and then getting it at a discount site for $39 for $40. and then just giving it to somebody or keeping it for yourself. But I was drawn to this fragrance because I've only ever tried it before on a test strip. And mind you, this was during a time that I was trying about 30 fragrances within an hour, right? So didn't have enough room on my arms for 30 fragrances in order for me to like deduce whether I liked it or not. So I only tried it on a test strip. I liked it, but it wasn't memorable. But I just came back to it recently because I was thinking, I'm like, you know what, Versace, I remember Versace Pour Homme still being a good fragrance. So I decided to like get it into my collection, and absolutely no regrets. I'm wearing it as my scent of the day right now. And one second, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. But okay, I'm not gonna sneeze. I hate when that happens. But yeah, I think that it's the type of fragrance that if you were to buy this, right, you're gonna get a lot of use out of this fragrance. You're gonna get hooked on it, especially if you're not into fragrances and you're just looking at this video because you're trying to search, okay, what should I get? I heard about this scent. Yeah, you're gonna quickly get a dent in this bottle, especially with summertime rolling right around the corner. It's so fun, it's easygoing, it's effortless, it's a great sort of signature scent, and I like that it's not too loud. Now, it does have decent projection, which is noticeable from about like an arm's length away or so, but I like that it's not a parfum concentrated fragrance. And a lot of people always ask me, they're like, isn't it better to just always get extracts and parfums? And if that's what makes you happy, go for it. Everybody's going to be different. But for me, I've grown appreciation for things like EDTs, EDPs, and parfums, depending on situations. For me, when it comes to parfums, I would rather wear that during occasions where I'm going to be dressing up a little bit more and where people are going to be wearing more of their nicer scents, right? But for an everyday sort of thing, wearing something that might come across a little bit more subdued or more intimate, something that just smells better in your scent bubble, that's just always the way to go. Because when you're wearing something that just the whole entire room smells, in a way it can come across as, okay, that's a little bit much, or you're coming across a bit too desperate. You want everybody to smell you, you're trying to get attention in that sort of way. But when you're wearing a fragrance that everyone knows is you when they're in your scent bubble, to me, I find that much more attractive because you don't need to wear something loud to get attention. There's just no need for that. And wearing something like Versace Pour Homme on a summer date or any date, whether it's a dinner date at nighttime, whatever it is, it just smells better the closer you get to it. And it's just so lovely, really. Like I am not going to sit here and try to find problems with this fragrance when there's really none that I can give you about it. Just even the performance of it, I understand the performing aspect of it just lasting 3 to 5 hours because that's just so typical of a fresh fragrance. And you really have to consider the area you live in. If you're watching this video in a place that it's always snowing or it's always cloudy, and you're like, oh, you're wrong, that fragrance only lasts an hour, it only lasts 2 hours. Of course it would if you live somewhere where it's not warm. I live somewhere where it is. So typically the fresh fragrances you guys hear me talk about, they are going to have better longevity, better performance because of the area I'm in. So please keep that in mind. A lot of people that think, oh, no, that's a weak scent, that's blah, blah, blah. Environment is so key and it's so important when we're talking about these things. So those are factors that you have to consider. So I do find this to be worth it for really everybody, but especially if you live in warm places. Just rock with Versace Pour Homme if you're looking for the sexy, fresh, masculine scent that you can keep repurchasing. You don't need to drop a bag on a fragrance like this to get a quality scent that's gonna compete with the likes of those fragrances that have a high price tag. And that's not to say the higher the price tag, the better the fragrance, because we all know that's not true. There are fragrances that are way more affordable that just all around smell better than the super pricey ones. So be confident when you rock it. Enjoy the fragrance for what it is, and have the time of your life. Go step out, go have fun, go meet some people, wear this scent, smell good, feel good. And that's all I really have to say about this fragrance right here. Really lovely. Let me know what you think of this scent in the comment section below. And again, I'll put the discount link for where I got it pinned in the comment section below. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.